Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So if you haven't been here before and you like what I have to say today, please help me out and subscribe. I'm still a fairly new channel, so any support really helps me at the moment. So obviously we're at this weird time when we're not getting any new movies in the cinema. And the stuff that we're getting like on Netflix and Disney Plus, the new stuff isn't really that great. Well, not in my opinion anyway. So I thought I might as well start watching the old classic movies that I love that I've seen a million times and reviewing them. So I'm going to start today a new series on my channel called Classic Movie Reviews. So this won't have any one genre in particular. It'll just be anything that's really above like 10 years old. So some of the stuff I haven't even seen before. So I'll be watching Predator later tonight and I've never seen the original Predator before. And it's a cult classic, so I thought I might as well watch it and review it, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But today I will be doing Freddy versus Jason. So Freddy versus Jason came out in 2003, but it only came out on Netflix yesterday. So if you want to give that a watch after seeing the review, go give that a watch. So don't worry, I won't be giving any spoilers away in this review if you haven't seen it. So in my opinion, like, these are the OG slashers. Freddy and Jason, they're the originals, you know? Like, you had Michael Myers, who started the whole slasher genre, and then you had Freddy and Jason. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're like the most genre-defining slashers to come out of that period of time, besides Michael Myers. And it paved the way for others like Ghostface, who he's my favorite, him and Chucky. I would really love to get a Chucky doll and Tiffany and just have them there. But, you know, if you like went to get a glass of water in the middle of the night, imagine just waking up and seeing Chucky just staring at you. But, you know, I'm the kid that like watched horror movies. I mean, I'm the adult that watched horror movies as a kid. So I'm pretty sure I'm just completely desensitized and really not a lot scares me. Like, I can't remember the last movie that actually genuinely unsettled me. Probably Hereditary. Like, I just don't get really scared by horror in general. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think your like real scary, you know, the type of horror movie that actually plays on your mind after you've seen it. Yeah, let me know what those movies are, because I'd really like to see some that are genuinely scary. But this movie is not genuinely scary. It came in a period of time where horror comedy was really popular, and horror comedy is not my favorite by any means. I really don't enjoy it. I would say the only horror comedy that I actually enjoyed was Bride of Chucky. So Bride of Chucky was still like technically a horror, but it had comedic elements, and I feel like that is the same as this movie. Well, this movie is definitely taking itself more seriously than Bride of Chucky, but still, it had a lot of humor in it. And the thing about the humor in this movie is that there is no way that it would get made today. In this politically correct environment, a lot of the jokes that they made in this movie would definitely not get made today. And that's part of what made it so much fun in this day and age to go back and watch a movie that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek at times. Okay, it's very tongue-in-cheek. So obviously it's about Freddy and Jason. So Freddy has sort of been forgotten about. Like, everybody forgets him on purpose because it makes him lose his power when he's forgotten. So he has to wake up Jason, and Jason spreads fear by killing some people. And the plan was for Jason to then step aside and let Freddy take over. Well, I think that was the plan in Freddy's mind. But Freddy is a bit of a diva. He wants the spotlight. He wants all the attention. So when Jason starts coming into the picture and not leaving, he gets really mad, and basically he throws a Freddy tantrum and tries to kill him, and also at the same time tries to kill all the teenagers. And then they have a showdown at the end. And the showdown at the end, and who would win out of Freddy or Jason, or if they would both lose, I feel like that was the only real surprise in this movie. the rest of the movie is extremely generic. The plot, you just know what's going to happen at all times, you know who's going to die. It's been done so many times, and cliche can be good. Like with Scream, the whole Scream franchise was one huge cliche, but it was done so well that I love it. But I just felt like this wasn't really done that well. But it's still a fun watch, don't get me wrong. I still had a lot of fun watching this. And like I said, it's got that comedy, but it's still not technically a comedy. And I feel like the guy that voiced Freddy, he has a really good presence about him. His voice is just very unsettling. I don't know if anyone else finds him unsettling, like just his voice. It's sort of like Brad Dourif, who is the guy that voices the Chucky doll in the Chucky Child's Play movies. He just has that really menacing quality to his voice. So, yeah, this is a really fun movie to watch, but the characters, the cast, they're just really boring. Like the girl that plays the final girl is just so bland and boring, and you have no connection to them, so you don't really care if they die or not. You know, I think the original Scream Queen, well, that would be Jamie Lee Curtis, but in my opinion, my favourite Scream Queen is Neve Campbell in Scream. I think she did an amazing job. So if you want to see a good final girl, go watch Scream. So yeah, you can actually unlock the whole Scream franchise on Netflix if you've got a VPN. It's all under the France region. So I was doing that recently. But apart from, what was I saying, Neve Campbell, in general, the cast of this is fairly unknown actors. I haven't really seen them in anything before. Not saying that if they're an unknown actor, they're not good. I've seen a lot of amazing actors that I've never seen in anything else before, but with this cast, it's like you could tell this was probably their first major role, and I just felt like the acting wasn't really that great. Like, I knew of Kelly Rowland and this guy who was in a few other teen movies like Fanboys. Fanboys I actually did enjoy. It's a really funny movie. But yeah, in general, just completely bland. But it's still fun, you know? I'm reading from notes because I'm really tired today, but I wanted to get this video out anyway, so I sort of need my notes today to keep me on track. I have a tendency to lose focus. I would say the only truly scary, unsettling part of this movie is the flashback, or the dream sequences, I should say, where like we're seeing these creepy kids singing that song, you know, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That song is pretty creepy. And then we're seeing other flashbacks where Jason is a kid and he's getting drowned. As we all know, the camp counselors weren't keeping an eye on him, which it doesn't happen in real life. I was a camp counselor in America. I spent a summer over in America. And I was the only one there from a different country because I'm from Australia. They were all Americans, but anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything. But the point is, you have to watch the kids 24/7. There's no way that you would be allowed to just go party while the kids are in the water. But anyway, it's a horror movie, I guess. You have to sort of suspend a certain amount of disbelief to make it a reality. So it felt like it went a little bit too long. The running time was like 1 hour and 40 minutes, but I felt like it still felt a little slow at times. Some of the sequences, like we have the sequences between Freddy and Jason, they just felt like they went a little too long. So yeah, I've already said about how like the jokes couldn't get made today. It was very politically inaccurate, but I love that. I love it. I like people that don't get offended easily. I really like seeing the Jason backstory. I would have liked if they focused a little bit more on that and on Freddy's backstory. It would have been really cool to see some flashbacks of him and how he got burned and how he evolved into Freddy to begin with. So honestly, this movie, I would rate it a 6 out of 10. I think that's being generous. It's not a good movie, but it is a fun movie. It is a guilty pleasure movie. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've seen this movie. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it or not? And please help me out and subscribe. Thank you.